Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our nude video launch with our Colour Me team. We've actually got a Colour Me team across the world today. They can all say hello. Hi.
Hi.
So we've got the fabulous Marsha Moran, who you know, who's in California. We've got Kate over in Sydney, Janine in New Zealand, Jen in Toronto, and I'm over here in New York. So we're literally spread out across the globe to actually come and talk to you about one of our new exciting launches, which is going to be our nude shades. So this particular recording or this webinar we're doing specifically for you guys as keys. We want you to have this information first before you see anything on social. And we also want to talk to you about it this week because exciting news in the mail currently is all of your nude shades. So right now, some of you may have it, but some of you may not. But, you know, it always happens. The West Coast get it first. So the nude shades will be arriving, so we're super excited for you guys to play with them. So we wanted to come together and give you that information and everything that you need to know before playing and trying with our new shades. So Kate, I'm going to hand it across to you to talk to us a little bit more, and then I'm just going to go away in the dark here. So enjoy, guys.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. And it's nice that we can still communicate across Zoom and click meetings, which is great. Jodana, I'm just going to get you to flick up our little presentation for today. So we wanted to introduce you guys the nude shades. We refer to them as nude because these are natural tone shades. It was kind of like our code name. These suit in every type of tone and skin tone, and that's why it's almost like nude like your skin, which the team will get into a little bit further as we go. So the really exciting part is these shades are actually beige violet shades, and we have 4 new reflex that you'll see. So there's an 8.28, 9.28, 10.28 and 11.28, and you can see the beautiful Alona who's sitting on the presentation there. Her hair is all refined with these amazing shades. So I'm going to talk you through a little bit about what we're doing as a brand with these shades as we launch. So obviously we consider all departments, so education, marketing, digital. You guys will see already the education. This has been updated on the digital technical manual, which you find online. It's already through all of the online classes and all of the curriculum that went to launch for 2021, including updated of the moving colour wheel. We'll have a huge digital campaign which we are pushing out. There's a lot of press events and a couple of Instagram takeovers. We're also working with everyone with promotions and promotional stock. Like we've made a beautiful box which has got a really stunning stocking like a over it, which is in a nude color, so it looks amazing. The marketing strategy will go into a little bit more, but obviously, like, there's a technical manual. We've made a wall chart. There's a new paper swatch chart which has been updated, and on the previous slide those squares would indicate the color that these are. So you can see the swatches have also arrived, and this is what they look like. And then there's a tent card as well. With this as well, we'll have a podcast that comes out in March. There'll also be a blog on the shades with all of our global colour masters' favourite formulas and how they've been using the shades. And then we will also do an influencer seeding program where we send out these shades to influencers to use and to share across social media. So I feel like we've got an action-packed launch coming up for these. So this is across March and April. We've also created a new series, and it's called I'm with the Pros. So I'm with the Pros. We have 4 videos in the series, and what you'll see is a before and then the model's hair or client's hair colored, and then you'll see the after. So this is Alona beforehand, and then that's her after, and you'll see that all take place on a little video which is step by step. So we've got lightning with 0.28 shot by Janine in New Zealand, PhD with 0.28 I did, tone on tone and darker coloration, Jodana Geary did that in New York, and refining with 0.28 and 1% Lee Belcher did in the UK. So these are really cool videos and really showcase what we've done. We've created some beautiful images for the brand as well. And you can see this image, it's all nude colors and natural colors. We're finding those are the types of colors that are really in fashion, which Jan will speak to next. And you can see the amazing swatch book. But these images you'll see that we're promoting the new launch, they're really high end, well finished, and you can see the variations of all those natural tones. Also, we've created some really cute illustrations to showcase to the salons how they can use these shades even together to create more detailed zone tones. So you can see this color here. We've used the lightest color on the face frame, the darkest color on the new growth, and then it fades out into a really nice blend and smudge. So some of the really cool material we've got for this launch as well. I'm going to pass you over to the team who's going to speak more to the technical elements of this. And we've got the beautiful Jan who's going to take us through the color wheel. So over to you, Jan.
I think so appropriate. You know, I love talking about the color wheel. And so really talking about the positioning of where the 0.28s live on this color wheel. So beige violet, you can see sits quite close to the center of the color wheel, making it neutral, but is actually a perfect blend of warm and cool. And this will be really dependent on whether we're lifting or whether we're depositing. And then of course the depth that we're actually applying this reflect on. So, you know, what we found, and I actually also have this on my hair currently, is, you know, one of the most highly requested shades in the last few years has been this mushroom brown or mushroom, you know, brunette, and really looking at the beige violets as one of our nudes is really this elevated version of this, where we could create beautiful shades like nubuck, suede, velvet, taupe, rose dust, or natural linen on lighter depths, and really beautiful blush tones. And this really helps, you know, or this really aligns with what we're seeing in fashion. I wore a nude lip for you guys because this is what we're seeing in skincare, lip colors, you know, even nail polish. And what's nice about this, as Kate mentioned as well, is that this is going to be, you know, really suitable for all different skin tones, depending on, you know, whether you're depositing or whether you're lifting. So it will sit in as one of the natural reflex. And because it's this blend of beige and violet, you know, we know our beige sits here where it's yellow green, our violets are over here, and violet is made up of blue and red. And the combination of this together creates a balance of warmth and coolness, really making it like a chameleon type shade. And just depending on what you put it on, and we always use, you know, our color wheel as our guide. If we're putting it on hair that already has existing warmth, you know, it's going to swing us over and create these really beautiful blush tones. So if we want to maintain that coolness or maintain the natural reflect of it, you know, adding things like soft violet will help to maintain that. And Marsha Moran, who's going to take you through some, you know, really inspirational formulations on ways that we could utilize this, you know, commercially as well as in fashion, and using them with boosters as well, just depending on what the canvas is on that you were applying the shades to. So.
Hi guys, thanks Jan, that was awesome. I loved all the different vocabulary words that we're using to describe these beautiful new reflex. So pinky, violet, blush, new kind of crisp linen, velvety, bronzy. So it really is a reflect that we can have a lot of fun with. So I wanted to go over formulating with you guys and show you what happens when we lift with this reflect, what happens when we want to deposit and do more of a refinement service, and then also what happens with PhD and going over gray coverage too as well. So let me show you guys a couple different examples. I love lifting natural depth. So you can either do it in foils, you can do it as a global application. So remember, a 0.28 is going to be a beautiful balance of natural and cool, right? So I wanted to show you, we're starting at, I've done a couple swatches. So we're starting at a depth of a 6. So what I've done is I've done 10 to 8 and 40 volume. So we're gonna achieve 3 levels of lift, and the end results using the 0.28s are absolutely beautiful. So you can see how we're exposing more of that underlying pigment. So you get, and you're creating more of that blushy end result because you're exposing more of that warmth, but the minor reflect of the violet still softens it, so you create that really beautiful blushy end result. And we know we can play with our boosters, and we add our boosters in with our shades. We can either enhance or cool down the natural underlying pigments, right? So I wanted to show you an example of using a 10 to 8, 40 volume, and actually adding 20% of our green booster into our shade, and how we can actually transform that 0.28 and create more of a bronzy end result. So this is still on a starting depth of a 6. You can see how it ends up, that blue or the green ends up adding support to the beige, which ends up pulling it onto the cooler side of the color wheel. So the end result is more of that bronzy end result. Really, really beautiful for a global application if you're looking to smoke things down. Then I've done 10 to 8, and I've added 20% of blue booster into the formula, still using a 40 volume. This end result is absolutely so much fun. It really supports more of the violet, so you create this more of a steel cool end result. All right, now I wanted to show you guys what happens starting at a lighter depth if we're doing more of a refinement service. I love working with our new 3.5 vol, our liquid, super quick, fast application. So starting on a depth of an 11, I went through and I did 11.28 with on dry hair with our 3.5 vol liquid, and you can see that it really creates that really, really kind of pinky hue to the hair. Absolutely gorgeous for a refinement service. So I love it by itself. Now, I know one of the biggest trends going on right now, a lot of clients are asking for more of a shadowed new growth area. So I wanted to show you guys what happens when you add an intense natural to the 0.28. So I did equal portions of 900 with equal portions of 10.28, creating more of an opaque dense end result. So this is going to mimic more of like a shadowed new growth on pushing the 0.28s on the cooler side of the color wheel. And then if you wanted to soften the ends down, canceling out more of the warmth in the hair, I added 11.28 with 11.81. So really, really softening it down, creating more of that violety, kind of velvety topaz. So the combination of those two together would be a beautiful new growth, a deeper new growth, shadowed new growth, and then canceling out more of the warmth in through the ends. Awesome. Well, let's remember when we're doing gray coverage and we're using a 0.28, we recommend using equal portions of your intense natural with the 0.28s to create more of an opaque gray coverage. So let's remember that when we're creating opaque gray coverage. And then when we're also doing our new PhD services, which I think every client should be getting, it's a total great upsell. But our PhD, when we're using our 0.28s, it's really easy control. It actually shows up less gray than a 0.2, our beiges do. So let me bring on my beautiful friend, Janine, who's tuning in from New Zealand right now. And she's gonna go over some tips and tricks on when to use this new fashion shade in the salon and how we can do some fun little upsells and stuff. Hi.
Cool, thanks, Marsha. Yes, some really, really great formulations there too, Marsha, which is super exciting. We have been using the 0.28 shades in the salon now for on clients and models for a good sort of 4 to 6 weeks. We've been getting some really beautiful results. So one of the key comments that was shared with us in the very early stages was, this is the blonde that I've always wanted to get and have never been able to achieve. So I think the fact that we're getting these really beautiful, beigey, cool, warm results, depending on what we're after, is really appealing to the client. So the ways in which we've been using them in the salon is we have been using the 0.28 to alternate into our blondes to create variations within our balayages or our full head of foils. We have also used the 0.28 a lot for our new growth shadows, and the 8.28 with PhD has been absolutely fantastic for that. Our favourite combination is using 8.2 with 8.28 and the PhD. It gives you a beautiful, natural, smoky new growth shadow, which we're loving. And the other thing that we're using is the variations of all the depths. So we might use an 8 depth at the new growth and then move through the 9s, 10s and 11s out through the mid-lengths and ends to create some lovely dimension on more of our solid 1 colour clients. So with the launch of any new colour range or any new product that we gain from Kevin Murphy, we need to remember that it's an opportunity to get our clients as excited about it as we do. So we all know how we feel when we get these new products and we're able to experiment and try and play with them. So it does open that opportunity within your salon or within your stylist column to excite and entice your clients to come in and try them. So some of the things that we look to put together is some email newsletters or some communications direct to our clients. Often we will choose a select few clients that we know that this look is going to be perfect for, and we'll send them out some communication and let them know, hey, we've got the shade and this is what it might look like for you when you next come in, and your stylist is super excited to try this with you, and this is the results that you can expect to get, and send them some visuals and things so that when they come into their next appointment, they're already excited and they know that they're going to get something new and exciting and fresh, and the new nudes from Kevin Murphy are perfect for them. So that's one of the key things that we do. The other thing that is great is if you have social media influencers or ambassadors that work for you in your salon, is to get them in and get them to come in and have an experience. Maybe it's a PhD nude refiner or a new growth shadow, or perhaps just some beautiful 11.28 to freshen out their beautiful blonde ends, and give them the criteria around what you want them to do to shout it out to the world so that your clients see it and you gain new clients from it as well through them sharing. Share with them the hashtags you want them to use, when you want them to share these sort of social interactions, because you need to wait until obviously they have it in the salon. So no good client's going to bring you up to book and it hasn't actually launched yet in your country or in your salon. So, but that's another great opportunity. And then one further thing is creating some really fun packages. So I think you can have a lot of fun with the fact that these shades are cool and warm. Also the fact that they're called nude shades. So, you know, you can create some really great little packages. For example, one of the ones that we're looking to create is a Shimmer Shine Me Kevin Murphy package. It's coming to the end of, as we move into the end of summer here in New Zealand, we'll be looking to offer a package where they can maintain their beautiful, clean, fresh blondes, come in for a PhD, new growth shadow and refining service, and walk away with a Kevin Murphy Shimmer Shine styling product for them to use at home. So the opportunities are endless when it comes to the launch of a new product or a new colour within our colour range. So get excited and get your clients excited as well about coming to experience that really beautiful bougie salon service. So I'm going to pass to you. So hopefully that insight is really helpful for you when you start using them on the salon floor. And I'm going to hand you over to Jodana.
Okay, cool. And we can actually all come on screen now if everyone wants to come on. We're all hiding in the shadows here. Here comes Jen. Here comes Marsha. We've just got Kate. She's hiding from us. She doesn't want to see us. But no, I just wanted to, I think that's all like really awesome information for everyone to take on board. And, you know, I think especially for you guys for keys, like we want you to have all of this information so that you feel prepared. You know, some of those takeaways for me now would be obviously, first thing would be that you've watched this recording. Take a look on the drive at the launch packet. Also go in and once you get your shades, start playing with them. You know, start experimenting, start using them on your clients, and then obviously getting comfortable with with them so that you guys feel comfortable for this launch when you're going and teaching any of your online classes. Does anyone else on the team? It's been honestly so great to have us all here from across the world, but anyone else want to add anything here, guys? Kate, Jan, Marsha, Janine?
I'm just excited to see what you guys come up with all your creative formulas. So just tag us on Instagram and make sure to share your work. So we look forward to seeing all the creativity that you guys make.
Can't wait to see it, guys.
Thanks, guys. So good.
Thanks, team. See you.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Thank you, team. Thanks for being here. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. I'm always a fan of actually putting your questions on the key Facebook group, because I always feel if you have a question, someone else would have a question. So let's use our internal key page to ask each other a question and learn from each other, and we'll all be there to answer that for you. Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.